Alright guys, this is Shane here from Team COG. I'm coming at you straight from game time with another deck profile. I'm going to let my friend here introduce himself and tell you what he's going to be profiling for you today.
Hey guys, I'm Chris. I'll be profiling the Galaxy Eyes deck today. Just going to jump right into it. So first off, you want to run triple Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. He's the heart and soul in your deck. He's pretty much what you're trying to go for in the deck. Next off, we have Galaxy Knight. Again, really good card to bring back the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from the graveyard. If you control a Photon or Galaxy monster on your side of the field, you can normal summon him without tributing, and he's a level 8. And when you do, you special summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon straight from your graveyard in defense. So he's a really great one to go into a rank 8. Alright, next one we have is triple Galaxy Brave. Brand new out of Soul Fusion. Fantastic card. Let's see. If this card is in your hand, you reveal one Photon monster in your hand, special summon this card. If you do, its level becomes that of the Photon monster. And if this card is normal or special summoned, you target a Galaxy monster in your grave. This card's attack and defense become equal to that monster's attack and defense.
So it's basically Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon for Photons.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. And it's fantastic. Great card for the archetype. Next up, we have obviously triple Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier is a fantastic card in anything that can pull out rank 5s, but in this deck, I feel like his true potential is revealed because you can add one other Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand whenever he's special summoned. So, you know, you discard a light, special summon him, and then you add a Galaxy Knight from deck to hand. That way you've already special summoned your Galaxy monster, you normal summon Knight without the tribute, and then you special summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your grave. Next up, out of Legendary Duelist 3, we have triple Photon Vanisher. Also another great card for the deck. Must first be special summoned while you control a Photon or Galaxy monster. Cannot attack the same turn it is special summoned. You can only special summon one Photon Vanisher once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck to your hand. And also, any Xyz monster that was summoned using this card as a material, monsters that it destroys by battle are banished instead of going to the grave. So, really good effects on him. That's why we run triple. Photon Orbital. This is one that I definitely regret not having at 3. He is by far one of my favorite cards in the deck. So during your main phase, you can target one Photon or Galaxy monster you control. Equip this monster from your hand or field to that target. It gains 500 attack. Also, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, you can send this card to the graveyard after it's been equipped to add one Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand except Photon Orbital. So again, you know, you can add your Knight or your Soldier, your Braves, anything like that that you want. Great card. Definitely want to try and get a third one of that. Next off, going kind of old school, we have double Guardian of Order. Not exactly sure if how many of y'all will remember him, but if you control 2 or more light monsters on the field, you can special summon him from your hand. You can only control one Guardian of Order. So that's why I only run 2 of him.
And Guardian of Order is level 8? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, pretty much what this deck is, it's kind of like how you were saying with the equivalent of Blue Eyes, where you're just trying to crank out level 8s, go into rank 8s.
Okay. Makes sense.
Double Galaxy Wizard. He's one that I'll probably drop down to 1, if not take out completely. His effects are pretty good. It's just the normal summon that I hate taking up. So once per turn, you can increase this card's level by 4, and he's a level 4 as it is, so that would make him a level 8. And then you can also tribute him to add one Galaxy card from your deck to your hand. So the second ability is what really makes me want to think about running him at 1, just the ability to add any Galaxy card from deck to hand. Alright, so that's all for the monsters. And then we'll move on to the spells. So we've got triple Photon Sanctuary here. Lets you special summon 2 Photon tokens. Level 4, attack 2000, defense 0 in defense position. They can't attack or be used as synchro material monsters. And then during the turn you activate this card, you can only play light monsters. So again, with them being Photon tokens, you activate this card, normal summon your Galaxy Knight, bring back your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Super easy. Also, it's really good for going into the new Galaxy Eyes Link from Soul Fusion, which I'll get into that when we get into the extra deck. But really great card. And then next we have Triple Galaxy Expedition. This card is fantastic for the deck as well. So if you control a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster, special summon 1 level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck in face-up defense position, but you can only activate 1 Galaxy Expedition per turn. So again, really good for cranking out those level 8s. Triple Trade-in, just because you run so many level 8s that you should normally have 1 to discard, and plus it's a free draw too, so it's really good there. Alright, and then probably my new favorite card for the entire deck out of Soul Fusion as well is Galaxy Trance. So you pay 2,000 life points and target 1 Photon monster in your graves. Special summon both it and 1 Galaxy monster from your deck with the same level, both in defense. If you do, their attack become 2,000. Also, their effects are negated. You can only activate 1 Galaxy Trance per turn, and then you cannot normal or special summon monsters during the turn you activate this card, except Photon and Galaxy monsters. And the best part about this is that Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon has both Galaxy and Photon in the name, so you can just use this card to special summon the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from grave and 1 from deck. That's one that I definitely think about bumping up to 3. Next, we only use 1 Photon Hand. It's a great card. I just like it at 1 personally. If you control a Photon or Galaxy monster, pay 1,000 life points. Target 1 monster your opponent controls, take control of it. If you do not control Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon at activation, you can only target an Xyz monster that they control. So that's kind of the reason why I run it at 1. However, the ability to take control and keep control, since it doesn't go back at your opponent or at your end phase, is really good in my opinion. So I like that one at 1. And then I'm also trying out 1 Dragon Shrine. As I explained before, your Galaxy Eyes is the heart and soul in your deck. You either want to see it in grave early game or have early access to it in hand. And then just a couple ways to help bring it back as well. Return of the Dragon Lords. Really good for bringing back Galaxy Eyes and also protecting most of your Galaxy Exceed, seeing as how they're all dragons. Monster Reborn, and then Soul Charge for the recursion as well. And then that's all for the spells. And then for the traps is 3 Tachyon Transmigrations. It's really good for a Galaxy Eyes base deck. If you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, negate the activations of your opponent's spell, trap cards, and monster effects activated before this card in this chain. If you do, shuffle the negated cards on the field into the deck. If you control a Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon monster, you can activate this card straight from your hand. And it's a counter trap, so I think it's pretty good. I do sometimes question whether or not to run them, just because its true potential is revealed when you have the Tachyon Dragon out on the field, and with as much support as they've been cranking out lately, it's just not quite as necessary. So I've definitely been thinking about doing a mini Solemn Brigade, probably swapping out the Transmigrations for a Judgment and probably 2 Solemn Strikes. Alright, so that's it for the main deck. I'll get into the extra deck here. Alright, so first First up, we have one Hip Hoshin Engine. Just a generic light, 2 light monsters. Really good for Photon Sanctuary, and it points down left, down right. Boost all your lights by 500, and then when it's destroyed, you add a light monster back from your grave to your hand, which is really good in this deck. Next up, we have the Galaxy Eye Soul Flare Dragon, also brand new from Soul Fusion. The materials on this guy are 2 light monsters, including a monster with 2,000 or more attack. If this card is link summoned, you can target 1 Photon or Galaxy monster in your grave, add it to hand. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can discard 1 Photon card and 1 Galaxy card, or discard 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, then target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use each effect of Soul Flare Dragon once per turn. So really good. Again, super easy to pull out with the Photon Sanctuaries. Since it just cranks out 2,000 attack tokens, you just activate it, send the tokens, link into this bad boy, and then it's just an easy down left and down right for a link summon. Next up, we hit my favorite Exceed for the deck, number 90, Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. He just cranks out resources. Takes 2 level 8 monsters. If this card has a Photon card as material, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can only use each of the following effects of number 90 once per turn. When an opponent's monster activates its effect, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, negate that monster's effect. And if the detached material was a Galaxy card, destroy that card. Also, during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can take 1 Photon or Galaxy card. So any card, it can be monster, spell, trap, from your deck, and either add it to your hand or attach to this card as material. So that's mainly the reason why he's my favorite. So anytime during your opponent's turn, add those Galaxy Trances, Galaxy Expeditions, anything to keep your resources going. Next up is number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Going back to Blue Eyes in this sense. Just really good for negating spells. Especially with Sky Strikers running around now. I don't really use the second effect very much, to where I can switch the attack target to himself. Just mainly use it to negate and suck up spells, really. But I will probably add in a 3rd one, just so that way I can have a bit more control with the number 90. And then also brand new is the Starleech Photon Blast Dragon. So if this card is Exceed summoned, you can special summon 1 Photon monster from your hand, and then while he's on field, monsters, let's see, while he's on field, my opponent cannot target monsters you control with 2,000 or more attack with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And then once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, target 1 of your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon that is banished or in your graveyard and special summon. And then, as I said before, 1 Tachyon Dragon, mainly just for the use of Tachyon Transmigration from hand. But again, especially if it goes to the Solemn Brigade, I'll probably cut him as well as the Tachyon Transmigrations. Probably for that 3rd Hope Harbinger. And then we have Cypher Blade Dragon, so you can just Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon. So with him, you can detach 1 Exceed material, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, take control of it. Its attack and defense become 3,000, and then its name becomes Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. So really good, especially if you can take an opponent's Exceed. That way its name becomes Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, and then you can go into a rank 9 Galaxy Eyes on top. Next up, we have number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Really good for OTKs. You can detach one material. He gains 200 times the rank of all ranks on the field, and with each one being a rank 8 in itself, I mean, he gets up there pretty big. And if he's destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to grave, after two standby phases, he comes back with double the attack. But if he doesn't have a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon underneath him, the damage he deals is halved. So, kind of a safe trade-off there. Number 95, Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. Again, just because I can overlay him on top of a rank 8 if I've already used their effects, or just need to go into something with some more firepower. And also, he lets me send up to 3 dragons from my deck to the grave, which is really good for the deck as well. Because like I said, you want to get your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in grave super easy on, or super early. And then Starly Lord Galaxian, he's kind of one that I'm tinkering with right now. Takes 2 level 4 photon monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 or 2 materials from this card. Apply this effect. If you detach 1, you special summon the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand. 2, you special summon 1 straight from the deck. So I mean, not terrible, but still have a little bit more play testing to do with him. And then finally we have the Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon. Overlays on top of a rank 8 Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster. Detach 1, pop a card your opponent controls, that's always nice. And then if he's destroyed and you have a Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon in your graveyard, you can special summon it. Alright, that's all for the extra deck there. Get into the side deck real quick. So 2 Inspector Border. Shuts out a lot of decks right now. Thunder Dragons, Trickstars a little bit. Just really good card in general. Double Evenly Matched. For those times you're going second and your opponent builds a big board. Always nice to clear that. Triple Artifact Sanctum. Again, for all the decks that like to go into extra decks right now. It's great for pulling out Artifact Scythe, which basically says that when he's special summoned, your opponent cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. Also with the artifact package, we have Triple Artifact Lancia. If you discard it, if you tribute it from hand or tribute from field, neither player can banish cards for the rest of the turn. So really good. You know, Infernoids, Thunder Dragons, stuff like that. It can shut down quite a few decks. 1 Imperial Order. For the times that you go first, want to lock your opponent out of their spells. Just be careful. Definitely a double-edged sword on that one. And then finally, 2 Magic Deflectors. So for the rest of this turn, negate all equip, field, continuous, and quick play spell card effects on the field. So your Sky Striker spells, most of those. True Draco, anything like that, is what I like to side this card in for. And then finally, sorry guys, I'm really tired. So finally, at the bottom of the page where you can purchase, tokens and field centers. Amber Schnell, our field center maker, she actually made me these photon tokens and they turned out really good. So this is just kind of an example of the work that she does. And yeah, that's all I've got.
All right, guys. Well, like he said, down in the description below, you can find the email for anytime you'd want to order any kind of token like that. She does field centers. She's really cool. She'll work with you. So go there and try and talk her into some stuff. I'm sure you guys could get some great orders, and you can get probably exactly what you want. Don't forget to go online. Go to our Facebook, our Twitter, Game Time Cards and Collectibles will be linked in the description below. Don't forget to go shop with them. And this has been Shane from Team COG, and this has been
Chris,
and we're signing out.